Hey, this is Mrs. Q-Dog, and you're listening to the Cartridge Club.
Weekly.
Okay, weekly.
Hello, I am Player 1 of the Cartridge Club. This is my brother, Player 2.
Check 1, check 2.
You are new to the Cartridge Club, I will quickly explain what we are. The Cartridge Club is an online community of content creators and gamers of all generations, as well as some collectors in there and just some wallflowers.
Wow.
We get together online on Twitter on our forums at www.cartridgeclub.org, and we also play all kinds of online games together for everything ranging from PC to Switch, Xbox to PS4.
Boom. I think you covered everything right there.
Yeah, so this show you're listening to is called Cartridge Club Weekly. This is our weekly podcast where we talk about happenings in the gaming world. So you get a little bit of gaming news to start the show off. As well, we're going to give you some updates on the Cartridge Club, things that are going on within our community, and a few non sequiturs on the podcast videos and blogs, some of the podcast videos and blogs that have been uploaded this week to the Cartridge Club community. Then we're going to get into a Cartridge Club mission where we ask everybody to join us in partaking of a specific event, which usually involves bolstering community support in some way. Then we're going to talk about a topic.
Yeah, big topic this week.
Yes, it is.
Inspired by another Cartridge Club podcast.
Yes, it was. And after that, we're going to do some listener questions. So let's jump right into things with news.
Before we get into the news, though, just want to point out, using my pop filter this week, smells a little funny. It must be my breath. My spit has probably been hitting this pop filter for a couple of years now. Smells a little funny.
Is this the same spit that's been leaving marks on your Switch?
Yeah, you're probably right. And you know what? This was your pop filter first, so it's kind of both of our spit.
Ooh, lucky you.
I apologize to everybody listening and eating.
I also noticed you got the haircut that you promised the viewers were going to get last week. Looks good.
Did get it. I got my license taken, picture today. The license printer jammed up on me while I was there.
That's always the way it is. No color vision test?
No, thank God.
Good for you. All right, so you only have two news topics with us, so why don't I start off with my number one, which is probably on your list. The Pacific Rim sequel gets a new release date.
That was not on my news list.
Yeah, so Pacific Rim, which is a movie being produced by Guillermo del Toro.
Is he still attached to that? I thought he was like washing his hands of that.
He's producing. I believe it's being directed by...
He's just not directing it, okay.
Stephen Knight or something along those lines. Don't quote me.
Tie into last month's Game of the Month.
It is Stephen Knight is directing, but the release date was February 23rd, 2018. That is being pushed to March 23rd, 2018. They want to make sure they get as much out of these Jaegers as they possibly can. I'm
cool with that. Yeah, and have a new appreciation for the AI voicing of the Jaegers.
Oh yes, that's right. It was the same woman who did GLaDOS, even with the same filters.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah. So, confirmed, the Jaegers exist in the same world as Half-Life, and they are built by Aperture.
That is confirmed. Also, Dark Tower reviews coming in, not looking good.
Really?
Apparently, it's bombing pretty hard.
That's too bad. I know a lot of people were excited about it. Looks like it'll be a free stream for me.
Yeah, I think me too, but the books were good. First four, anyway.
So, you want to do one of yours, or you want me to just keep rolling?
Right. What do we got? Here? Okay, discovered this little game. I don't know where it came from. It's called Sinner Sacrifice for Redemption.
That's quite the handle.
Yeah. Anyway, apparently it's like Dark Souls meets Shadow of the Colossus. I watched a quick trailer of it. It looks pretty good. I don't know if it's a Kickstarter. I don't know what it is, but it looked really good. That is all I have for that piece of news. I only have one other piece. Are you looking it up right now?
No. I'm looking at my next piece of news.
Okay, you will hit me with it.
So Rime officially gets a Nintendo Switch release date. Rime is a game that is...
that's been announced for a while, hasn't
it? No, it was announced that it was coming. No date was given. So it is coming on November 14th in North America. And if you happen to be one of our many European listeners, you're looking at November 17th.
Now, I think I remember seeing like a collector's edition.
Well, there's... that's not... I don't know. I can't tell you about that. But
okay.
This digitally is selling for $30 or you can get it for $40 for physical. I think that includes a download for the game soundtrack. Cool. I suspect the extra cost is due to cartridges or some ridiculous excuse.
That sounds right. Also, I just realized I did not put it on my list, but Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2.
Yeah, I have that. I want to talk about that. So that's coming to Switch
Let's talk.
in physical form, sort of.
Well, yeah.
So Resident Evil Revelations 1 is coming to Switch on cartridge, and then you are required to download Resident Evil Revelations 2.
Now, the best way to really talk about this is they're both being released for $19.99 a piece. Or you can buy the physical version for $39.99, but it only comes with one game on the cart and a download code for the second. So you're still paying $19.99 for both, essentially.
You're just saving the digital storage space of one
of the games, yeah. So I will be waiting until that cartridge is $19.99, and then I will purchase it.
This isn't the first time we've seen something like this on the PlayStation Vita. The Final Fantasy X2 remaster. X2 was a download.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Just a weird decision.
Yeah, it's
I think if I was going to buy these, I would get them both digitally, because it's not going to cost me any more. And then I don't have to carry around an extra cartridge.
Yeah, I guess I can't argue that.
All right. Next up.
But what do you think about them coming? Have you played both of them?
I have played the first one. I played it on Wii U. Really enjoyed it. That Resident Evil Revelations is built specifically for a portable experience.
Yes.
It's broken up into small bite-sized chapters. At the start of each new chapter, you get a previously on Resident Evil cutscene.
I look forward to those.
Alan
Wake did that. It was awesome.
This game, it was initially designed as a 3DS game, and I think that's why it looks this way. But the first, I can't speak to the second one. I haven't played it, but the first one was fun. I got about 3/4 of the way through it, and it is designed and built like it is. It will feel like a custom built Switch game because of the nature of the chapters and the brief. You could walk away from it for a couple days or a week or two, and then come back and you get a previously on Resident Evil.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played either, and I'm stoked that I'm going to get a chance to play them both on the Switch.
Yeah, the first one, I said it was fun. I don't know if I liked it enough to spend $20 on a digital version of it, but being able to play it on the go, man, who knows? Stranger things have happened.
You could pay $20 just for the second one. You've already beaten the first.
This is true.
There you go. Problemo salvanoed.
Next up, I want to talk about Overcooked. So Overcooked came to the Nintendo Switch, and the Switch version had frame rate issues.
It did?
Yeah, so there was issues that were noticed by gamers and media and critics, and the developer acknowledged it. And the developer said, "We are working on a patch to fix this."
Good on them.
So that's good. But this, I briefly wanted to mention this because this reinforces my hesitance to purchase multi-platform games. Overcooked, by all estimates, runs fantastic on PS4 and Xbox One. So, I don't know.
So, are you trying to say be better on PS? Or did you mean just multiplats
in general?
On Nintendo?
No, everything. This just for me and for nobody else. I'm sure I'm the only one who sees it this way.
Probably.
But this reinforces my belief that games designed for single pieces of hardware generally are a safer purchase than games designed for multi pieces of hardware.
I would say generally, yeah, sure.
That's why I wanted to bring that up. Good on the developers of Overcooked for fixing that up. So if you were one of the people who bought it on Switch,
you're getting patched. You're gonna be all set. You're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
What is Overcooked exactly? I know it's like
coach co-op.
Team-based.
You run a restaurant, coach co-op.
Right, so it could be pretty stressful. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great party game.
Yeah, I think it would be a lot of fun.
Pretty sure I heard that on Flock Talk.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Next, I got Overwatch Summer Games are coming August 8th. Check those out. We're going to have some Lucio Ball. It's a lot like Rocket League, but with Lucio. He's, I think he's Brazilian soccer player. It's going to run from August 8th to 29th. What does this mean for you, Overwatch fans? It means some new legendary skins,
Woo!
Some new events, and some new fun.
Man, not a week goes by without some Overwatch news.
I actually thought about changing this podcast to Overwatch Weekly.
Overwatch and Splatoon Weekly.
Overwatch and Splatoon Weekly, yeah. We call it Oversplat.
Oh, boy.
Or
all right.
Splatwatch.
I got my... Here's my... Oh, all right, now. Let's keep it together. I got my other piece of news here. It's kind of two pieces of news put together, but Dragon Quest XI, a couple of news things about that this week. First of all, over 2 million sold in 2 days.
Patrick Swayze.
And I think that's just Japan, right? Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Over 2 million units sold in 2 days in just Japan.
That is madness.
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah,
and it's not even released. The game's coming out on PS4, Nintendo 3DS, and Nintendo Switch. This is without the Switch release.
Yeah.
This is just PS4 and 3DS.
Yeah.
Which one sold more?
I don't know.
3DS did. It was 3DS was 1.1 plus million, and the PS4 was 900,000.
Wow. That is insane.
2 days. Let me put that in perspective for you.
Okay.
After a month, Breath of the Wild had sold just over 1 million.
Well, they sold one for whenever you switch, right?
Right.
How about like a PS4 release? What has come out recently that...
I don't have one to compare. That would be a good one to look at, though. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, or even 3DS for that matter, because it's on both.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the next...
like, what did Fire Emblem sell when it came out? I have no idea.
I don't know. We should have looked into that, man. We were bad at this show.
You look it up. I will talk about...
I'm not looking that up.
All right, I'm going to talk about another Dragon Quest 11 thing. When you beat Dragon Quest 11, you unlock something. Did you hear about this?
I did not.
When you beat Dragon Quest 11 on your PS4, you unlock the 8-bit original Dragon Quest with trophy support.
No way.
That's awesome.
Do I have to scan the Dragon Quest amiibo first to get that?
Oh my. Topical. No, you do not.
That's crazy.
Yeah, am I close? Maybe I wasn't close enough.
I don't know.
I think I was too close.
Yeah.
Oh. Think that's picking up on the mic?
Squeaky.
That's definitely picking up on
Oh,
the
yeah.
mic. All right.
Got these new mics. Good thing we sound good.
Fancy getting professional up in the
So speaking of unlockables and amiibos, the Metroid Samus Returns has
my
exclusive content for amiibo.
I can't believe I didn't write that on here.
I don't know.
This has been very topical.
So when Metroid Samus Returns launches for the Nintendo 3DS, you will have the ability to scan for amiibo, 2 previously released amiibos, Zero Suit Samus and Various Suit Samus from the Super Smash Bros. Line, and Various Suit Samus and the Metroid from the Metroid line.
Right.
So if you scan the any of these Samuses, you get Samu. You get an extra E-Tank or Missile Tank, as well as fun fluff unlockables like sketches of the game and soundtrack.
Right.
If you scan the Metroid amiibo, you get 2 things. 1, a tracker system in the game that allows you to know where the closest Metroid is.
Easy mode.
And when you beat the game and scan that amiibo, you unlock the ability to play on a higher difficulty
Hard mode.
level.
So you can unlock easy mode and hard mode.
With the Metroid amiibo. A lot of people are upset about this. They believe that the difficulty setting shouldn't be locked behind an amiibo. I tend to agree. A difficulty setting... Adam from Replayability had a good suggestion that...
But what if you don't consider it locked behind amiibo? What if you consider it was never in the game to begin with?
Everyone, there is
like Metroid games have never had a difficulty mode before.
They started having them in Fusion.
Fusion had a difficulty mode?
Yeah, Fusion, Other M, the Prime games.
These had difficulty modes?
Yeah, I asked Adam.
I trust Adam.
When you beat them, it unlocked different modes.
Did not know that.
So this should have the same.
Yeah, I guess I can't argue that. I never ever have played in a different difficulty mode.
One suggestion he made was have the amiibo unlock it at the start of the game, so you can start playing in hard mode right away. And then if you beat it on normal, you unlock it regular.
Just have the amiibo not do any of that. If in fact,
I mean, you could just have the amiibo be the same as the other ones and be an E-Tank or a Missile Tank and then a piece of fluff at the end.
Even that is pointless. You don't need any of this.
Yeah.
Have the amiibo do nothing.
I like amiibo, and I do like when that I can buy. Like I bought my Zero Suit Samus 2 years ago, and she is still unlocking things in games for me. It was a $15 investment that is a fun statue that I collect because I like the statues, and I like that. I do not think that Nintendo should be locking.
I guess this begs
game
the question:
modes.
What should it unlock?
It should be fun skins or minuscule
Cosmetic
items
stuff, right.
that don't generally affect the outcome of the game. I'm okay with the Metroid scanner. Although I do think that should be paid DLC available. But like as far as the other ones go, with E-Tank, Missile Tank, that stuff, I'm okay with that. That's a minor item that doesn't really affect the flow of the game.
Right.
And then like an art book at the end or a soundtrack. Okay, fine. That's an extra thing for somebody who spent the money on the amiibo. Who now, and it's not like you don't just buy it and that's it. It's gone. When you buy that, chances are if you're buying an amiibo, you're putting it on a shelf somewhere. You're displaying it. I think a lot of people might be upset that they now have to open their amiibo to use them. But
Oh boy. Yeah.
No,
I guess my opinion. I don't care about difficulty settings.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
If this was included in the game, then that's fine. If you can unlock this in the game, then that's fine. If you can buy this game the hard mode DLC, that's fine too. I don't really care. I just want to play the normal mode, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, personally, it doesn't affect me. I can understand why people would be upset about the difficulty mode being locked away.
I suppose if it's going to affect your game purchase, having difficulty modes.
Yeah, so the way I look at it is for the average gamer, this is a non-issue.
Right.
The average gamer is not playing on hard mode. The average gamer is not
or easy mode. These are the two modes you can unlock.
They're not running around trying to collect everything. That's not the average gamer. So,
but I think it's cool that they are trying to add features to Amiibo.
Yeah, Amiibo is a very touchy subject because I'm a big supporter of Amiibo. You buy an Amiibo as a statue and it unlocks cosmetic changes or very minor changes in a game, but you can't lock story modes. You can't lock
that would make me upset.
Difficulty modes.
Alternate endings is what I'm fearing the most. If one of these unlocks an alternate ending, I'm going to be so
a playable
upset.
character.
I don't care about that.
Well,
as long as the normal game mode is not touched, I don't care.
Yeah,
I never download DLC.
It's a slippery slope there. They're trying to traverse here. Nintendo's figuring out as they go. There's bound to be missteps. This is one. But I am like...
I can understand both sides. I'll leave it at that.
And last but not least, Nintendo has come out and announced, after months of everybody from IGN to Joe Blow YouTube saying...
Joe Blow YouTube?
Why can't we pre-order the SNES Classic, Nintendo? What's going on? Nintendo's come out and said, cool your jets.
It's coming.
Hold your horses. The end of this month, which is August... You will be able to pre-order the SNES Classic.
Okay.
And IGN and Joe Blow YouTube said, thanks, Nintendo, for the heads up. Appreciate you coming out. They also said there also will be more stock on launch day than pre-orders, and they will continue to stock through the end of the year. They said all of this in a statement.
Yes.
And IGN and Joe Blow YouTube said, thanks for the heads up, Nintendo. Appreciate you coming to let us know that.
The fact that there's going to be stock in stores outside of pre-orders means I don't care about pre-orders.
Here's my question.
Go ahead.
How does Nintendo control when pre-orders go up across different retail units?
I don't know. Maybe that's...
EB Games, Best Buy, GameStop, Target, Walmart, they all do their own thing. I've never heard of a games publisher saying, this is the day you can start pre-orders. Is this Nintendo's way of possibly curbing some of the scalping by saying, maybe Walmart was getting their page ready and they put it up and Nintendo said, no, everybody goes up at the same time so the scalpers aren't buying from 4 different sites and ripping everybody off. You all go up at once.
Maybe you're right. I don't know.
It's probably too good to think. They're a company, they want to make money, and they probably actually don't care about scalping. But it's pie in the sky, feel good, maybe this is the case.
Yeah.
Probably doubtful. If anybody was going to be able to leverage those major retailers all at once, it would be Nintendo.
Fascinating point, though. I hope we get to more information on that. I also don't know how they can guarantee that every store is good. Do they tell them how many they're allowed to pre-order? Like I don't think they're allowed to decide that.
I don't know, man. Normally they give them their allocations, and then the stores decide what they're going to do for pre-orders.
Right.
It seems like Nintendo is taking an active hand in this, which people said they had to do. People straight from the day one of Amiibo have been saying Nintendo needs to take an active role in this and control this. It's on them. It seems like maybe now they are.
Maybe you're right. I guess time will tell.
We'll see.
Yeah. Let's do it. What's next?
That, I believe, is all we have for news.
Oh, my God. News is done.
So why don't we find out... why don't you tell everybody who this show is sponsored by this week, and then we'll jump into the next segment.
Sorry, what?
Tell everybody who sponsored the show
Bonus
this week.
Barrel. Is that who sponsored it? Oh, sorry. I thought I was supposed to say...
I mean, you could say Bonus Barrel, but...
Bonus Barrel. No, this week... Wait, I thought Upti was supposed to be sponsored by Cartridge Club member.
It doesn't matter.
Let's move on. This week, sponsored by Amp Energy Drinks, the best energy drink you can buy for $1 at your local dollar store.
Lighting is way off tonight because we're recording later than we normally do.
The lighting has changed.
I didn't set up my lights.
Yeah, so everybody watching, it's getting dark.
Let's talk about some podcasts. We're going to now talk about our Cartridge Club update segment. This is where we talk about some of the podcast videos and blogs that have gone up in the Cartridge Club this week.
Yes. Usually we have announcements of stuff too. Do we have any announcements before we get into podcast?
First announcement. It's August. We're playing Journey. We're playing it with the RF Generation crew.
Oh, we're playing.
It's a good time. Dean's already beaten it.
Dean, somebody else beat it too. Who was it? Derek, maybe?
Maybe.
I can't remember who it was.
Also, CC
might
Portable. We're playing Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars on the PSP, Nintendo DS, or Android devices.
Right. I heard PSP is the choice one.
Probably. I don't know. That's true. I don't have the game. I'm going to see if I can get it in Barry.
Oh, good on you.
We'll see what happens.
Sweet.
I barely have time for our games. So.
Mega Man next month.
Is it? Nobody heard that. That was a whisper.
Good.
So let's talk about some podcasts. What do you get up first?
Hold on. I want to talk a bit about the new Beat My Score challenge.
Oh, yes. You know what? Let's turn things over to Ryan, and he can tell us what's going on with Beat My Score.
All right, Ryan, take it away.
Hello, Cartridge Club. It's Rocket Sauce back again for this month's Cartridge Club Beat My Score challenge. For the month of August 2017, we will be playing the game Splatoon 2 on the Nintendo Switch. For this challenge, we are looking for the top Turf War score and the most splats in a game. What's great about the Nintendo Switch is it has a screen capture button right here on the controller, which makes it pretty simple to capture a picture of your top score. If your Switch is synced with your Twitter account, simply post it with the hashtag CCBMS. It's that simple. Just a friendly reminder, for Splatoon 2, there is a Splatfest going on this weekend, starting Saturday, August 5th, and ending Sunday, August 6th. The team's choices are between Team Ketchup and Team Mayonnaise. It's up to you to choose your favorite condiment, but choose wisely. That's it for now, and good luck, everyone.
So there you have it, folks.
Whoa!
Get your guns, get your ink brushes ready, get your rollers, your splatters.
That was an awesome. Could have done without all the cursing, though. Man, I got derogatory real quick.
He's vulgar. So Splatoon 2.
Yeah, man.
Beat My Score.
If you have a Switch, get on Splatoon 2. We're playing a lot. We're all chatting on Discord. If you don't have Splatoon 2, get on Discord anyway. We're chatting away.
So every night we get anywhere from 3 to 10 or 3 to 8 players on playing, chatting on Discord, splatting it up. We are
3 to 8.
We trash talk. We encourage. Well, 8's the cap, right?
Yeah. And
it's a really good time. I have never played so much multiplayer games through the week as I have with Splatoon.
Me neither. And it's to beat my score, so it's encouraging me to play even more.
Yeah.
So we're talking splats, we're talking points. So
splats and points in Turf War. Right now, as of this recording, top place is Rocket Sauce with 2,506 points. And for splats, it's P2 with 12 and 4 assists.
So I'm assuming the assist will only come into play if somebody else gets 12 kills.
Correct. Yeah, then it would be a tiebreaker.
Makes sense.
And special mention to Dave Hannum with a total team combined percentage of 84%.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah. So come hang out with us. Send us your Switch friend codes. Get on the CC Discord. If you don't have the link, send a message over to Cartridge Bros P2. Pretty much anybody in the club has it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some podcasts.
Let's get into the podcast. Now, first, before we get into anything, I have a STC from last week. Have you listened to this week's STC?
Yes, I have.
It came up early.
Yeah. I was in talks with STC, trying to do a little shakedown on them to maybe get a heads up on it so that I could listen to it before the show.
You guessed it, man.
So I could be excited. Don't spoil it.
You guessed it. So it's in the description.
This week's STC.
It's in the description of the show.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Has a very special guest. Worlds collide.
Oh, boy.
We bring together Transformers and Beer and the STC podcast. M joins Joe.
Fireworks.
And Bill on STC, or Bill joins Joe and M on Transformers and Beer.
Hold on. What? Say that again? I thought M was just like a guest on the show.
I think this is both shows. I think they recorded this one show and they're going to air it both on TNB and on STC this
So
week.
you did listen to this already?
I have
listened to
about
it yet.
15 minutes left.
Okay, I haven't heard it yet. This just came out moments before we recorded
Yeah.
this.
So not only this, they record in Joe's house.
What? That's why Bill was there.
For the first time.
All three of them were there?
All three of them.
Oh my God.
Joe's wife's out of town. For the first
That
time,
would do it.
Bill is gone into the manor.
When the cat's away, the
He's
mice
in
will
Stately
play.
Joe Manor. It's crazy. Apparently, Joe has a coffee table completely draped in velvet.
Yeah, Bill mentions a lot of G-strings being hung up on the shower curtain.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Shower curtain rod?
Joe seems like he'd wear a lot of G-strings.
Yeah.
This show, folks, is what a stark contrast. You get a different Joe in this one. He seems much more reserved, much more
Oh, I can't wait
much
to
more
hear it.
prepared. It's like he's putting on a show for M, I think.
Now, I like that we've had a chance to talk about this. You see, now I'm going to be able to talk about this next week, and you're not going to have anything. But we still have to talk about last week's.
Right, so let's talk about last week's episode of STC.
Okay, I got some notes here. I'm going to read through. I'm going to try and figure them out. I have Joe Poop.
Joe Poop.
Joe Poop and Puke.
Yeah. So Joe had a story about going to the bathroom and throwing up. And
Right.
I got to tell you, anybody that I know from around home who's a heavy drinker has had a situation when they were on the can having a number 2, and they had to decide if they were going to throw up in the sink or the bathtub while they were having a shit.
Oh, my God. Who do you... Yeah, I guess cigars will do that to you, though. I didn't know this. Yeah.
For me, it was always the guys drinking and stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
he had a hard time.
Okay, Twilight Trivia caught me off guard. Like that a lot.
Caught me off guard. What scared me the most is I knew more of the answers than I think I should have.
You did?
Yeah.
No comment. Did you read the books?
No. So I do want to talk about the last. So the show ended on a bit of a controversial topic. Now, Bill and Joe were talking about what games Joe will play and what games Joe won't play.
That's exactly what I have next on my note.
Oh, okay, good. And how Joe sort of arbitrarily ignores some
Not
games.
for me. It's not for me.
Just based on the title.
Not into it.
Now,
Love it.
I know when I'm not going to like a game. I can tell generally this is not my style. It's
But
not
what
my-
do you
my
base
cup of
that on?
tea.
For what it looks like,
Usually
what it plays like?
the genre, and I tend to watch a trailer or hear what style of game it is.
Or you don't just go by the name?
I don't think I've ever gone by... Now, there are games that I could go by the name and say I know they're not for me. Danganronpa, that wouldn't be for me.
Dude, that sounds right up my alley.
Sengen Densetsu, probably not for me.
That you combined two different games there.
Whatever. Any games that sound like that, probably not for me. Disgaea?
Disgaea, really?
Probably not for me.
Oh my goodness.
So I have out of hand dismissed a game based on the title.
What about Stardew Valley? That seems like a game that would have got dismissed, but was not. That's kind of his point, I think.
I think it's because he didn't just hear the title when he first heard. Every time you hear Stardew Valley, it's instantly followed by the person who's talking about it gushing.
Okay, all right.
You know what I mean? No one ever went Recore gush. You know, it's Recore. Here's the things I like.
All right, so
Here's the issues I have.
I also wrote down Recore because I know that one came up.
But I did enjoy Recore. That was a game I enjoyed.
I enjoy, or I look forward to trying that when it finally gets ported to something else. But no, I'm trying to think of games that maybe turn me away just from the title.
Just from the title.
Yeah, like Call of anything. And I'm like, oh.
But you know that's a first-person shooter, so you're tying the fact that
That's
you know the
true.
genre to that game.
That's a great point. I guess I really should look into this.
Yeah. Maybe show up prepared next time. Great. Last week's was a great show. This week's is a great show. STC is 2 for 2 in the last 2 weeks.
Hold on. He also said something about no more Tiffany. Does that mean permanent, or is that just because M's on this week?
I suspect
That's another note I have.
that it's a permanent. They're probably getting copyright flags. Tiffany's probably sending them emails.
And then, anyway, Joe or Bill then teased what's coming this week. So that's my last note, which we now know is the M crossover.
Yeah.
That is all I have for STC.
All right. What do you got next?
Game Time Arcade is back.
Boom.
Kyle's back in the hot seat.
Okay.
Kyle and Fearless Leader.
Okay.
He's back. They do a Backstreet Back intro where Kyle throws Game Time Arcade where they say Backstreet. It's very good. It's as good as I'm making it sound. Trust me. They talk a lot about the Grand Theft Auto series. You know what? I started thinking about it. I don't really have a lot of history with the Grand Theft Auto series. In fact, other than like in junior high playing a bit of GTA 3 or high school, whenever it was, playing it at a friend's house, other than that, I have very little to no experience. And you know what? I guess this also falls into the category before of I just have never had interest in it.
I really
Solely based
enjoyed
on the name.
Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and that was it. I never played another one from that point forward. San Andreas lost me.
Vice City sounds like it would be the one. It sounds like the one to get you in.
Yeah, San Andreas if you're into 90s hip hop.
But dude, GTA 5 has been like the top of the charts for what?
It's
2
still
years?
in the top 10.
Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of GTA talk, a lot of GTA 5 talk. They talked about they're going to have their own personal Hall of Fame. So they're each going to like vote for their own ones, and they're going to talk about a new one each week or something like that, or each podcast. Sorry. So that sounds pretty cool. I like the sounds of that. We get a real sense of what they like.
It's a lot of pressure.
This is the first time I could not answer the trivia question for Game Time Arcade, and it is because it is GTA based. He actually says this is going to be an easy one. I couldn't get it. It's like, who is the Sid for where Sid is to Final Fantasy? There is a GTA character who's in every one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't have a clue because I don't have any history with it.
Is it CJ? It's not. It's not CJ.
I don't know what that means.
I think CJ was the main character in San Andreas.
You mean CeeLo?
Yeah.
That guy's awesome in everything. But yeah, I think he does like the voice or something. Anyway, but yeah, great show as always. I'm so happy they're back. Never leave us again, Kyle. And Fearless Leader.
Next up, Retro Pixel Podcast.
Yes.
July 1st. You have Musty Hobbit on. They talked SNES Classic.
Oh, mustiest episode ever.
Great discussion there. They talked about how ThinkGeek somehow found some new some new NES classics to sell. On top of that, GameStop, who owns ThinkGeek, found 100 of them to give away in August.
Yeah, they didn't say that they found them. They didn't say we just found these.
Where'd they get them?
Now, I think it was James mentioned maybe they were holding on to them because if somebody had to return one, exchange one, they would have them on hand.
Right.
Maybe this is that
so
stock.
they don't have to return or exchange the new ones they're selling?
I don't know how that works. Maybe at this point they're going to be like, no, you're out of luck. I don't know.
Final sale type thing?
Yeah, maybe.
That's a possibility. I just think it's interesting. That
Also could be why they're giving them away.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't return a giveaway.
Maybe
Can you?
they sold 100 on ThinkGeek and now they're giving 100 away.
Yeah, maybe. I'm sure the ThinkGeek thing probably didn't fly as well as they had hoped.
Yeah. So that was interesting. Good show. I like James's. James has mixed his format up a little bit. It's not just him. It's him and a guest. He actually had me on to talk about Splatoon
What? When was that?
in the same show.
You were on there?
Yeah, right after Musty.
Oh, I'm only at Musty.
So, yeah,
You're
James.
on this episode?
Yep. James doing a great job
funny.
of keeping things fresh over there at Retro Pixel.
I am at minute. Just like here. Does he have a solo time at the end?
Yep.
Okay, good. Because I like when he gets solo too.
You really looking this up to see what time you're on the show?
Well, I would like to know.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead. Carry on. There it is. Okay.
Next up, we have Polykill.
I'm 36 minutes in. I have 29 minutes left. So you must not be in there very long.
No, I'm just talking about Splatoon 2.
All right, sorry. Carry on.
Polykill.
Okay.
They go over the IGN Top 100 RPG list. Talk about some games they haven't played. There is a lot of classic RPGs these guys haven't played.
Oh my god, I haven't heard this yet.
And it makes me...
Don't spoil too much. It sounds like it's a great episode.
It is
for
a
me.
really good episode. They talk about these games. They add a couple to their backlog from the list. They broke the list down to classic RPGs, nothing after 2001.
Oh my god, okay. Just off the top of your head, what is like the most surprising one that they said they haven't played? What stands out immediately when
Final Fantasy VI.
Oh my god. Which one of them hadn't played it? Both?
I think it was...
It's got to be Trav.
No, Jake definitely hasn't, and I don't believe Trav has.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
They both played Chrono Trigger a little bit.
Yeah, Chrono Trigger's all right.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. It's a really, really good show.
I can't wait to listen
One
to
of my
that.
favorites. Definitely check it
I also
out.
love when anybody mentions the IGN Top 100 RPGs.
Why?
It's very controversial.
Yeah, I actually prefer the Game Informer list, which came with the same month, but in print form.
I don't know if I agree with that one either.
Oh.
Is that the one that you have on your desk there?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Is that it for that one?
That is it for
Check
that
out
one.
Polykill.
It was a really good episode. There was a lot more in it, but I listened to it early in the week. And
You listened to a lot this week. Have you listened to Vlog Talk yet?
yep, and I spent a lot of time in the sun today.
Dude, I guess are you off this week?
Yeah, no, I've been off today. I got caught up on everything I had missed from last week, and then listened to the new stuff this week.
There is a lot this week because it's first of the month, so we get a ton. Wow. Okay,
Flock Talk, gaming experiences.
I've not finished Flock Talk.
One of the questions they ask is talking about the value of a game and whether a single player, draw a long single player engrossing story, is valued the same as a coach co-op fun party game, and I think it is.
Yeah, I think they're equal.
You buy games for different, just like you listen to songs for different reasons. You watch movies for different reasons. You play games for different reasons. Different to get different emotions, different responses out of yourself.
Now, what about movies?
Same thing. When action movies, dramas, comedies,
but
there's a reason.
what if you have like a 40-minute movie?
It depends if it's well done.
It's getting deep.
Because just necessarily because the movie's long doesn't mean it's good. The Lord of the Rings are 4.5 hours, The Hobbit's 4.5 hours, and I can't imagine that's worth watching.
That's a fair point.
I know I didn't get through it.
Say no more. Wait, who directed those? Was that Del Toro?
No, that was Peter Jackson.
He did the Hobbits too?
Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure that's Del Toro.
I think it's Peter Jackson.
I think that's Guillermo del Toro.
I'm pretty sure they said do whatever you want. Here's as much money as you need.
That makes a lot more sense than Guillermo del Toro doing a Lord of the Rings movie.
Yeah.
But I'm going to look it up right now.
Okay, so you look it up. But so they talked about that, and I think it is. I think that a game, because I buy some games specifically with the purpose of playing with Colleen, and if those games are $40, that's fine with me. I'm gonna get a different experience, a different feeling. I get a different vibe from those games. But the value of them is definitely not any lower than it is of games that I'm playing by myself. I play those for a different reason. So
Guillermo del Toro quit director of The Hobbit. He was going to be it, and then he quit.
Who directed it?
Peter Jackson. But it was almost my boy Guillermo.
That was a long way to tell me I'm right. So at the end of the
I'm just surprised his name's even there.
I really do. I do think that just because a game offers a different experience doesn't mean it's arbitrarily worth less than a game that gives you a standard gaming experience.
Just like
there are some cases I would say the games that I play with my family are worth more. Little Nemo the Dream Master is a game on the NES that I bought for like $3.
that's more expensive than that.
And I wouldn't trade it in for the world because I played through and beat it with my daughter. We stuck with it and we beat it together.
I'm still blown away by that.
So that game has more value to me, than even a Final Fantasy or a Dragon Warrior, which I would play on my own.
Just like beauty, value is in the eye of the beholder.
All right, what do we got next?
But really, everybody values everything differently. It's impossible to answer that question.
Exactly.
All right.
And you can't, and you can't tell somebody else that they're valuing something wrong.
Bingo. There's no way to answer it proper.
That's the answer. That's my answer.
Yes. Do you have any more podcasts before I gush about Bonus Barrel for a bit?
I want to talk about the GoCast just quickly. Gaming Outsider talked about nostalgia in games this week, and it was the best conversation between two members of a podcast, bar none, that I've heard in the last 2 years.
Please recap. I know you said they talked a lot about nostalgia.
Yeah, so Zach and Josh. Zach starts off by saying they're talking about whether or not gaming companies should be releasing these games, these new games. And Zach starts off by saying, you love these games as a kid and you have all these fond memories of your childhood. That's where they should stay. You shouldn't try to recapture them. You shouldn't go out there and play them again. Because if you play it again as an adult and it sucks, then you've lost that memory. You've destroyed that happy spot that you had in your mind, and you should strive more to play new experiences. Or he spoke very highly of how Nintendo took Breath of the Wild and sort of remade the original Zelda. He said, "I'm all for that." Josh counteracted with some points along the lines of, and I'm paraphrasing for both of them, so please don't get upset if I've
they won't care.
Slightly misquoted. Josh came back with, well, when I played those games, there was emotional emotions that were triggered in me from those games. Ocarina of Time, I believe, was his example. And when he plays them now, he's chasing that same emotion. He's trying to capture that same emotion and feel it again as an adult that he felt as a child. And that speaks to me as well, because there are games like when I play Final Fantasy IV, it takes me back to when I was a child.
So hold on. So he's saying it is good that
he's saying play them. Zach's saying don't play them. And then they have a great back and forth discussion on it. Scott adds a few things in. Their guest Chris adds a few things in. I'm not kidding. I was mowing the lawn. I stopped mowing my lawn.
Are they talking about remasters?
Remasters, remakes.
Okay, all right.
Virtual console.
Wow.
Super Nintendo minis. All of it. Any nostalgia tied to gaming, playing, trying to capture or remaster.
I'd be curious why he feels it wouldn't hold up today.
Well, there's a lot of games from the past that don't hold up.
Give me an example.
Anything on the Atari.
What? Nobody has any nostalgia for that.
But they do. People do. There are NES games that don't hold up.
All right, that's what I want you to start at. What NES games don't hold up? Plus, we are a lot closer this week, and you're coming through on my mic a bit.
Oh, okay. I'll make sure I sync them up better.
Cool.
Some NES games that don't. I mean, there are lots of NES games that don't hold up. Just control wise, they're not as tight. Secret of Mana. There's one at Super Nintendo.
Ew. Gross.
That everybody speaks very highly of, has great nostalgic memories of. But after playing it, we played it now compared to modern day controls. It's just not there.
And not just compared to, it has poor dialogue. The dialogue in Mana is just subpar. It's poorly translated.
Right.
They admitted it.
That's okay.
It was supposed to be for Super Nintendo CD.
They
had to convert it down to a cart.
This is his point exactly.
But I didn't have nostalgia for that, so I'm trying to think of something that
Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid does not play as good now. If you put in Metal Gear Solid 1 on a PS1 and try to play it, it's almost unplayable.
Dude, we played it for the club. It holds up.
I was miserable. I hated it the whole time.
Well,
but the point of this is they had an excellent discussion. You should go listen to. Please check it out.
Like it could get heated because I'm getting heated just thinking.
No,
about
it didn't. It was super. Like they were both super. And normally I in most episodes of Gaming Outsider, I find myself siding with Josh like 100%. And Zach is usually the opposite of what I think in most cases.
That's why we like Zach.
It's why I enjoy the show.
He's our balance.
Exactly. I get that. I get an alternate point of view from what I normally, what I'm normally surrounded with or what I normally get. Yeah. So that's why I enjoy the show so much. Even on the situations when I get flustered at what he says. But I need that offset. But the discussion they had was so open and like they were so accepting, and it was like give and take. It was. I'm not kidding. It's some of the best podcasting I've ever heard.
I really need to listen to this because I can't think of anything that wouldn't hold up.
Oh my goodness! All right, so now let's. So that's. I wanted to say that about them, and that I believe is all I have. Did we talk about media movements last week? Talking about Game of Thrones.
We did talk about it last week. Yes.
Okay. I managed to listen to that this week.
Oh,
great episode. Also, some insight I didn't think. Pam really likes Cersei, and I think she's the only person I've ever heard openly admit that, and it's awesome.
Yeah. The thing about Game of Thrones is it's impossible to avoid spoilers.
Yeah.
The fact that I hear people's names means they don't die for the next 3 seasons because I'm only on season 4.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's not your fault. I've already heard that name several times.
So now let's talk about Bonus Barrel.
Bonus Barrel. Oh my God. Didn't think I was going to get it in me this week before weekly, but then some last minute delays on my end made it so the Thursday release of Bonus Barrel worked out perfectly.
How convenient.
Yes.
But Rob says it released on Wednesday.
Yeah, I suppose specific time it did.
Yeah.
Sadly, we or the and they are not. Well, I guess one of the. No, not in this case. No. Okay, so it's the first episode for Rhythm Month, but I'm not even going to talk about it. We're going to start with the pre-topic chat. First of all, Rob had an intro on this one. It was pretty epic. I don't know where that came from.
I don't know either. I just want to start by saying that I really like Lef.
I love Lef.
And
oh, right, yeah.
I'm not sure why. Actually, Rob paid me quite the compliment.
Yeah.
I'll play it for you now. And
are you really going to play it?
Have you heard it already?
I did.
So I'll play it for you now for the listeners. This is a compliment Rob on Bonus Barrel gave me at the start of the show.
I've been playing a lot of Splatoon with them, and P1 really good at those types of games. And I kind of look up to him sometimes when it comes to his game skills. Like, it makes me happy.
Did you cut it in?
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe he gave you that much. Rob never compliments anybody except for himself.
It's just, real recognize real, right? That's how it is.
I was very impressed with that.
Thanks, Rob.
He also mentioned the cob chanting. We do that.
All of us do now.
That is really
Julian
caught
does
on.
it. I think Diego was doing it last night.
Sometimes Julian does it before I know Rob's even around, and then that's how I know Rob's there now.
Yeah.
Or Rob is coming.
It's like it's an announcement.
Yeah. At one point, there's a wicked quote in the episode where he says, "No, it's just regular sexy." And I thought that was a great quote. And it's completely out of context. So that's why it's great. Oh, Left is starting his own Let's Play channel. It's called Left's Play.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so excited. He's playing Diablo 2 hardcore. I have exclamation marks in my notes. I never have exclamation marks in my notes.
That's crazy.
I'm very excited. And then they got into rhythm games. Left talks about when he was playing Rockstar, and he was a rock star at an Edmonton mall, and kids all gathered around him watching him play. Pretty awesome story. Do you ever have any stories like that?
No. Left is clearly the most talented member of this crew.
Talented in which way? Gaming?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, you are going to start some controversy. I wonder which each of their, like, if each of them had to pick their strongest genre, what it would be.
Sage's would be puzzle platformers.
Oh, what makes you say that?
Because I think he's the most analytically be able to figure out the
name
puzzles.
some puzzle platformers that he would say.
Portal.
Yeah, all right, that's one.
Portal 2.
Okay.
Thomas Was Alone.
Is that a puzzle platformer?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd like that. You should check that out.
I should definitely check that out.
Shelby would be, what are those games called? Hakuoki? Is that what they're called?
What?
Otomi?
What are you saying?
What are those games called that she likes? The virtual novel ones where you're a high school.
Graphic novels?
Where you're a high school girl.
Oh, like dating sims?
Yeah, no, but there's a name for it. It's like a Japanese name.
Dude, I don't know. Maybe you're saying it. Maybe what you said was right.
All right. I think it's Hakuoki.
I do not think. I think you're thinking of Jordan.
Isn't it the same thing?
Jordan?
They're the same games.
Jordan,
though.
Shelby.
No, they're different people.
Shelby
It's the
likes
same
Halo.
style of game.
Shelby's a Halo girl.
Is she?
That's what Rob says.
Yeah, Rob also says she's 15.
Wait, Shelby's not 15.
No. I think
Listen to Rob.
she'd be best at virtual novels.
That's her best genre.
It's your best genre, yeah.
All right.
Rob's best
genre.
genre would probably be Candy Crush, Match 3s.
Yeah.
and Left is everything else.
I thought Rob was pretty good at Splatoon.
He's okay.
And then Left is definitely RTS.
Rob's really good
RTS is Left.
Rob's really good at having the most points on the losing team.
Oh. Yeah, you know what? That's another thing I meant to mention. He brings up my kill streaks, which are very important.
Yeah.
Because as we've noticed, I think you got a 1600 today.
1672 2 days ago.
Which just goes to show without kills, you can't win.
Splats. They're called splats.
You gotta have your kill. You gotta have your kill streak.
Splats.
Get your poly kills.
Called splats. Poly
Otherwise,
splats.
you're not gonna win. You're not gonna get those bonus points.
Poly splats.
Your score's not gonna be in the Beat My Score challenge. You gotta have your kills. Just want to point that out there. You gotta have both. You gotta have high points and kills. That's what you gotta have.
So we have started Rhythm Month.
Yeah. Oh, they talked about Donkey Konga. And him and Shelby.
They talk about that in
embarrassed playing it in
STC
front of
Pod
people?
tonight.
What?
Yeah.
Donkey Konga?
Yeah, it's crazy listening to. It's so crazy listening to
That's
the
awesome.
STC tonight because it was like a different show completely. It's this
Oh,
really
I can't
weird,
wait.
structured like show. I think Bill and M would make a great combo.
Ooh.
You'd get really in-depth analytical study on a topic. I would love to hear a Bill and M show.
Ooh.
This STC is really good this week. Definitely check it out. And Bonus Barrel is good as well.
Bonus Barrel is awesome. No Seiji, though. I miss Seiji.
That hurts me. Seiji is my favorite.
Oh, my God.
What?
You can't just say who's your favorite.
Why not? Mom and Dad used to say that you were the favorite.
They never said that. They said it to both of us separately, I'm sure.
Nope. Seiji's my favorite. I like Seiji.
Yeah.
I like them all for different reasons. I like Left for his expertise in games and his kind heart. I like Shelby for the F-bombs and the fact that she keeps Rob in her place.
In her place.
In his place.
Oh, boy.
I like Rob because he brings a lot of energy and excitement to the show. And I like Seiji because he's the robotic beating heart.
They're all my favorite. I could never pick. It's like picking your favorite child. All right, let's move on.
Emily.
My favorite's clearly Marshall. Remember him? Marshall, he's back.
Yeah.
All
Based
right.
on how
All right,
you refused to splat Jordan this week, I thought Jordan was your favorite.
Jordan is not a BB member. She is a friend of the show.
Okay.
And anyway,
That's it for podcasts.
I believe that is all.
Let's talk about some videos.
Oh my god, I have not seen any videos. I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Q.
So Mr. and Mrs. Q Dog had their in the Q Dog host this week.
And I'm sorry to Jared because I haven't seen his either.
Jared came out with a 100 subscriber video.
Oh, I did see that one. I want a shirt.
You did, yeah.
Jared, congrats, my man.
Jared's new intro is tight. And also, I noticed in Jared's 100 subscriber giveaway video for Retro Revolutions, his production quality.
Oh man, he stepped it.
Go look at his first video and then go look at his last video.
Yeah,
it's like a completely different channel.
It is a completely different channel. Also, I'm pretty sure he's already up to over 150 since the 101 came out. So
yeah,
good for you, Jared, and thank you for the shirt and congrats to everybody who won.
Yeah. As well, Caleb came out with a video on Wolfenstein: The Old Blood, as well as this one must have just come out yesterday, apparently. Is Nova 111, a video game review. And he also talked about Lego City Undercover with the post-game smoke review. I love his post-game smokes. It's a quick, visceral take on the game shortly after he's finished playing it.
Oh, yeah. He also did the intro for Flock Talk. So.
Yeah. Caleb's all over the place.
Caleb's getting around, dude.
So go to YouTube, search Caleb J. Ross, or Burning Books. Definitely check him out. His videos are fast and frequent, and he is a fantastic content creator and a great person.
He's a great guy. I really got to get into his content. I'm so behind on content.
Miles did a great job with a Con Bravo video showing us some Overwatch cosplay. Nobody, and I mean nobody, films convention videos like Miles.
I have not seen that.
I'm hoping he films Barry.
I hope so too. I hope there's lots of filming for Barry. You should have a GoPro strapped to your head.
No.
Please, no. Strap onto Colleen's head.
Not taking one.
Put some GoPros on somebody's head. Somebody's got to be recording.
I won't take a single video.
I want live streaming. It is so dark in here now.
All of my memories are in here.
Well, what about my memories?
You should come with me. Musty did an unboxing video for his new 2DS XL. It's so sexy. I want one.
Ooh. Which color was it? The black one?
The black and blue.
Nice.
Colors of Love. Let's see who catches that reference. And then he...
What did you call it?
The Colors of Love.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Anyway,
the movie Her, I liked.
What?
Her with
what are you talking about?
Was that Phoenix?
Yeah,
good movie. Weird, quirky love story. I love weird, quirky love stories.
And lastly, Second Breakfast. Musty talked about some pet peeves and thanked Polykill for getting him to 200 subs. Nothing.
Sorry, what was it? Musty got the. No, yeah, Musty's over 200 subs. Yeah, he needed 4 more subs. I forgot. Sorry, I zoned out. Don't mind me. I love Musty. Check out Musty's channel. If you're not subscribed to Musty's channel, you better be subscribed to Musty's channel by the end of this episode.
Merchandise Mondays. We're in the blogs now, folks. I want to talk about Merchandise Mondays.
Oh my god, I'm so behind on all this.
Dean has started showing me Vanillaware statues now.
What? That is very dangerous for you.
Dean.
You're like a shrine to Vanillaware here.
I have filled 3 171-liter Rubbermaid containers full of things to clear out space in my games room. 4 new statues. They're coming to Barry with me.
You know what? You might need a Rubbermaid tote to bring to Dean.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's getting that stuff home. Is he driving out there?
I don't know. No, he's flying.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, because we have a lot of stuff for Dean.
We are screwing Dean.
And then Assassin's Creed 1 review from Dean. And his blogs just keep on coming.
Ooh, Assassin's Creed 1 review.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Dean told me to hold off because there might be some Splatoon bathrobes.
No.
I haven't seen them. There are, did you see, from 2 weeks ago, there was Splatoon wearable towels.
My God.
Buddy.
This guy wears the arms bands around.
I do.
The sleeves that go all the way up your arms.
That is it for the Cartridge Club this week, folks. If we missed you, it was not intentional. We do apologize.
Not
the
intentional.
show
Maybe
is
we should search
only
the
so long.
past.
No, that's not even a thing anymore.
That's not a thing anymore?
No, let's take a break here. And we'll have a word from our sponsors, and then we will...
Amp?
And then we will... amp, get amped. And then we will jump right into the CC mission. We're back.
Whoa! What?
Cartridge Club Mission. This is the part of the show where we ask you to join us in helping to promote some community love. It's easier to be nice to somebody than it is to be mean. The best way to give constructive criticism...
I think it's harder to be nice.
No.
Some people.
Best way to give constructive criticism is to say something they did good and maybe ignore what they did bad, and they'll pick up on the hint. But that's I just completely destroyed that thread from Nintendo Legend, so ignore what I just said. CC Mission, this is where we ask you to join us in a community event helping to spread some prosper and cheer.
I can't wait to hear what this is.
Man, this is a bunch of words that don't mean anything.
Just say it.
Go to youtube.com. Search for Polykill. Subscribe.
Polykill on YouTube?
Polykill on YouTube. Once you're subscribed, send us a tweet with the image that you're subscribed. Hashtag CC Mission. The draw will have... This doesn't qualify for the draw. I'll be compiling those numbers at the end of this show. But... and then doing the draw next week. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and subscribe to Polykill. They help push Musty over 200. We need to get them to 100 so they can change their YouTube name from XWU642784Q to Polykill.
Oh, you know what?
And they're only like 30 something short. So let's get them.
If I knew how to take a screenshot on my phone, I would do it right now.
Let's get them. Let's subscribe to Polykill. Let's get them pushed up to 100.
You got to subscribe to that
CC
Polykill.
Mission. And I mean, you don't even really have, it's YouTube, folks. You don't even have to really watch it, right? If you're somebody who doesn't even watch it, just subscribe. Just don't click the little bell. You don't want notifications.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it'll make somebody feel good that they went up to 100.
That is true.
But
is it
you should,
100 that you can change your name at now?
Yeah, but you should watch them because they're good.
I am going to do a little preemptive CC Mission right here. It will be awesome.
All right, that's it for CC Mission. We're now going to move into the topic of discussion.
Oh, that's a little Polykill reference right there. That's what that was.
Yes, it is. So this week we are talking about...
oh, yeah. Bonus Barrel inspired.
Yeah, well, actually, it was inspired by a tweet by Josh Leslie of Frantic Society.
That is true. This is where it stemmed from. Josh has been a great member in the community, by the way. We're so happy to have you in the club, Josh.
So
sorry, go ahead.
He was pumped. He was talking about the Nintendo Switch on Twitter, and he said it's possible that the Nintendo Switch has had so far the best launch year of any console in history.
This is a
bold statement.
Very bold statement.
I got caught up in the heat, and I was like, you know what? It's a bold statement, but I'm going to say I agree with you because Breath of the Wild, Splatoon,
you said it's a possibility.
It's a possibility, yes.
You played it safe.
Yeah. Anyway, so there are a lot of great titles on the Switch right now. The Switch is not a year old, but there are enough great titles on there that you could make an argument that it's having a fantastic year.
Oh, that is not what we're going to say, though. We're going to say that the titles they say are coming out, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, good.
So, yeah, if the titles they say are coming out...
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
So you've got Breath of the Wild, you got Splatoon, you got ARMS, you got Mario Kart Deluxe.
Not sure we can include Breath of the Wild. Can we really include Breath of the Wild?
Did it come out on the Switch in year one?
Yes.
Then yes, we can.
Okay. Very well, then.
Otherwise, you'd have to eliminate every cross-platform game from every list.
That's like saying The Last of Us was a PS4 launch first-year release.
It was.
It was not.
It was, and it's different because Last of Us was a remaster. But it was. The Last of Us came year one for the PS4.
Yeah.
You were able to play Last of Us in year one on PS4. That counts.
Okay, so now I have to ask myself, am I comparing myself if I can only play the first year of one console? Or is this, we're going by the timeline, we've already had the PlayStation 3. So now the first year of the PS4 is after the PS3, or is it completely separate?
But if you've never owned a PS3, then the first year of the PS4, these games are all new to you.
Okay, so we are doing that then. This is going to make things a lot more different.
Yeah. So anyway, the Switch is having a great first year.
Yes, it is.
Breath of the Wild, ARMS, Mario Kart 8, Shovel Knight, Splatoon 2.
Oh, can I make my...
Coming up, Mario Odyssey, Fire Emblem Warriors, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. We are assuming these are coming out, and we don't know what's coming early 2018. There are still 3 months 2018 for it to come.
I want to make a joke.
Make a joke.
Remember when I said about how we're never going to need a Wii U Classic?
Yeah.
Because that's already...
Yeah.
Because we have the Switch, and that is the Wii U Classic. All right, let's move on.
There are a lot of great games. There's not a ton. There's a few.
Yeah.
But I think that they definitely have a quality over quantity going for them.
Ooh.
So then I started looking. So on Twitter, some people pointed out some other great year ones. PS1, Super Nintendo, Dreamcast was a big one.
PS1 had a good first year?
Yeah, so Pam pointed out PS1. So let's just have a look at PS1.
Let's do it.
So PS1 in its first year, I went and got this information from Wikipedia.
Okay. This came out in 95, right?
There are a lot of games here. I'm not going to read through all of them.
Well, 3D tennis might be. I mean,
Probably not.
All right, we'll read through the ones that.
Yeah, so Rayman, Ridge Racer.
Hold on, man! No, you're going too fast. You're skipping some.
You want to talk about Zero Divide?
No, above Ridge Racer. What was that? That was a Raiden game, wasn't it? Raiden Project.
Yeah, Raiden Project.
Oh, I don't know what that is. Okay, I thought it was a Raiden game. Maybe that is a Raiden
That's
game.
why I skipped it. XCOM, UFO Defense, Twisted Metal, Tekken,
Twisted Metal, yeah.
Warhawk, Primal Rage,
Jumping Flash. Nothing really that fantastic.
Discworld, Doom. Hold on. Wipeout. A lot of sports games.
I'm just wondering if any of these they have been on my like top lists. I don't think yet.
Gex.
Gex.
Mortal Kombat Trilogy. This is not good music, not good radio. I'm scrolling through a massive list of games.
No, man,
here.
people like this. This is all right. Don't worry about it.
A lot of stuff here. Street Fighter
So
Alpha.
people are getting to know you right now. Kingsfield. You got Kingsfield on there?
Yeah. Darkstalkers. That's a big one.
It is?
Resident Evil.
Oh, the fighting game. Darkstalkers?
Battle
Resident
Arena.
Evil, the first Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a big one.
Battle Arena Toshinden 2.
Well, and the first one was up at the top.
And the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Gunship, SimCity 2000. King of Fighters.
There's a lot of games here.
Alone in the Dark. One-Eyed Jack's Revenge.
Never heard of that one.
Tekken 2. Beyond the Beyond.
Oh my god, gross.
It's a good
Wait,
one.
you just skipped past Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot.
Dude, this is actually a pretty solid first year.
Yeah. And we're not at the end yet.
My god.
Mist.
All right, keep going.
More Street Fighter.
You're so fast. Toe Ball #1. Pretty sure you got a Final Fantasy 7 demo disc with that one.
Maybe.
You did.
So there's a lot on the PS1. A lot of good games first year.
Yeah, not bad. Nothing too crazy for me personally, but
No, personally, there's. I mean, and there's like I said, you look
obviously this is all opinion.
at two guys. Yeah, serious opinion. There's a lot of sports games on there, a lot of racing games. There's probably shooters we've never heard of.
Ridge Racer I know is a big game.
So then somebody else mentioned Super Nintendo. So then I looked at the Super Nintendo's first year. Super Mario World, F-Zero, Gradius 3, Pilot Wings, SimCity.
Yeah, all right. These are good so far.
Final Fight, Super R-Type,
Yeah, all right, sure. UN Squadron there.
UN Squadron, ActRaiser,
Okay, yeah.
Final Fantasy 2, which is 4, Super Ghouls and Ghosts,
Oh my goodness.
Darius Twin.
There's no way this is all first year.
This is all first year. Super Castlevania 4,
No way this is all first year.
all first year.
Maybe because it came out later here?
Ys 3, Wanders from Ys, Lagoon,
Lagoon, yeah.
Lemmings.
Lagoon's not that great. Lemmings is good.
Super Adventure Island, Contra 3, The Alien Wars, Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past.
Contra 3?
Did you hear that last one?
What?
Link to the Past.
No way that came out first year. No
1992.
way. 92, yeah, that's year 2.
Nope. It's in the first year.
When was the first, so when was it released?
Super Mario World came out August 13th, 1991.
So it's August to August. Okay, I gotcha.
Right? It's in the first year.
Wow, okay.
When you think about it like that, it's crazy.
This is probably better than
This
the Switch.
every 50% of the Super Nintendo Classic is on here in the first year.
Snap, you come.
Romance of the Three Kingdoms,
Arcana. Oh my goodness. Legend of the Mystical Ninja. Oh my.
Street Fighter 2: The World Warrior, Mario Paint, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Turtles in Time. I have
Turtles in
now.
Time?
This came out on August 30th, so I did push it.
No.
No, sorry, this was one day. This came out on August 14th. August 13th was the 1 year mark.
That is scrapped. It doesn't need it.
So I was like, that
Okay,
is
it's a lot of good ones.
crazy.
A lot of goodness. A lot of goodness.
NES has 15 games.
We are completely biased.
We are 100% biased. NES, not even close. I'm not even reading the list.
Dude, yeah, all right.
There's nothing on there.
Okay. No. It wasn't Metroid the first year?
No.
Yeah, Metroid was first year.
No.
Nah, I gotta look that up.
Look it up. I went through Wikipedia. I filtered by year of release and just copy and pasted.
Yeah, all right. Apparently I'm wrong.
N64. I said, let's have a look at the N64. The Super Nintendo came out so strong. I said, let's have a look at the N64. And it did not come out as strong. Super Mario 64, Wave Race 64.
Yeah, you got Wave Race. Shadows of the Empire.
Shadows of the Empire. Mario Kart 64.
Oh, we got Mario Kart?
Turok. Doom 64, Star Fox 64,
Okay, yeah.
GoldenEye 007,
Dude, this is a big.
Clay Fighter 63 and a third.
That's not so good.
It's like they stopped making games after the first year for the N64.
No, that's not true. But this sounds a little bit like the Switch.
Yeah, a little bit.
Probably about the same amount of great games.
A little bit. So the Genesis as well came out. A lot of good games on there. Altered Beast, which might not. Some people say it's not as good as we remember, but
It's terrible.
Ghouls and Ghosts, Golden Axe, Herzog's Way,
Oh, Herzog's Way?
Yeah.
You know what that led to?
Dune,
Various other Westwood Studios.
Phantasy Star 2,
Collection games.
Revenge of Shinobi, Super Hang On, Sword of Vermilion. Anyway, Thunder Force 2.
Phantasy Star 2.
Yep.
That's one of the best.
So the Genesis had some too. Anyway, the what I ended up taking from this from the small amount of research that I did, and again I apologize if I skipped over one of your favorite games from the first years of any of those systems.
Yeah.
And
Also,
I didn't mention the Dreamcast because the list like
or the PS2, or the PS3, or the PS4, or the Xbox, or the Xbox 360, or the Xbox One,
right
or the TurboGrafx,
Right.
or any of the handhelds,
or anything else. Very small. I mean, it's only a 1 hour show,
Right.
And I'm not an analyst.
I would love to. I hope this inspires people to be like, "Hey, look at this first."
Because I was thinking it would be nice to look at it like an overall average critic score of all of the games from a first year.
Ooh, I like it.
Then the games with the larger libraries are going to be at risk because the larger the library, the more chance that a game is lower rated.
But if you did it this way, we'll take all the games that are 8.5 to 10, and then erase off everything else, and then make that your average.
But you would have to see how many 8.5 to 10 games. I would say
what I'm saying.
whichever console has more 8. And then you get into the question of
that's
quantity
what I'm
versus
saying.
quality.
No, 8.5 to 10 is quality. So whoever has the most 8.5 to 10s wins.
Yeah, but what if one system has 7 10s
Okay.
and no 8.5s?
Well, I mean, you can make the cutoff 9 instead of 8.5 if you wish.
No, 8.5 is still good. 7 is still good, really.
No, 8.5 to 10. Because we're talking creme de creme here.
But the ultimate decision, the ultimate outcome of this was, the best year for any given console is extremely subjective.
Extremely. But it is a good one.
And I'm still undecided at this point, but that Super Nintendo makes a hell of a case.
That Super Nintendo had a great first year.
It's entirely biased, super biased.
So biased, it's not
Wearing a
even
Nintendo
funny.
shirt.
It's not even funny how biased this is.
But there's a lot
thong
of
shirt. What
so
does that mean?
one of the guys on Dream, I think it was Collector Cast or it might have been Retrolectors. One of them talked about Dreamcast, and he sent like 7 tweets of Dreamcast games.
Oh my gosh!
It was
Why
very-
did we not look up the Dreamcast then?
I didn't know any of them. It was heavy on games I didn't know, so it would have been pointless for me to bring them up here.
I'm look it up right now on air.
No, that's not gonna happen. So jump on the forums. This is a topic that really deserves more time to discuss than we can give it right here in the show.
Is a forum topic,
And
itself.
let us know what you think, maybe, or not even what you think is the best first year for a console, but you can. But let us know what criteria you would look for. And if you are that guy out there that wants to break it down by year and give us an average score of each first year from
Dude,
Metacritic,
let us know.
that would be incredible.
Please do that. Also, if you feel like this deserves its own forum topic, please go ahead and do that. Start that up as well.
Yeah. That's the topic. Let's move into the last segment of the show, CCAnswers.
Yeah.
We only have a few questions this week, which is good because we ran a little late talking about the shows.
Oh my gosh, I want to do something.
What?
Nothing.
So first up, Matt Bandy X asks us, I've decided to start using flash carts, EverDrives, for my SNES and TG16. Any recommendations? I'd love to give you one, Matt, but I know absolutely nothing about this topic.
But SNES?
I know nothing. I
SNES, Super Nintendo.
I didn't know what a flash cart was until your question.
Oh, sorry. I thought he meant some games. Recommend some games for him.
No, a flash cart EverDrive is all of the games, I believe.
You put the ROMs on. You put the ROMs on.
Okay.
So I thought he was just asking for ROM suggestions. So maybe not.
Oh,
Don't mind me then. I don't know.
then maybe
the
he is.
I really don't know.
Matt, I'm going to need you to clarify. Are you asking for game suggestions or are you asking for suggestions of flash carts EverDrives to use? 1, we can't do anything. 2, we can.
Yeah. Except for TurboGrafx. Don't know much for that one.
Jared from Retro Revolutions,
Woo, Jared.
tying into last week's question, what's our favorite action movie actor, new and old? Old, I'm going to say Kurt Russell.
Wait. I think we answered this.
Nope.
Because I thought I said Keanu Reeves for both, didn't I?
You picked 2 Keanu Reeves movies.
That's right.
So I'm going to say my old action hero favorite is Kurt Russell. I like his stuff.
Yeah, I like old Kurt Russell too.
And current. It's hard to go wrong with The Rock. He's just charming.
Yeah, The Rock's pretty sweet. Really like Keanu Reeves.
There you go. Keanu Reeves is your new. Who's your old? Kurt Russell? Stallone? Arnie?
Who else is there? Give me some more here.
Steven Seagal?
I did like Under Siege.
JCVD?
No.
Dolph Lundgren?
I'm going to go with no one.
All right. Next up.
I can't think of anybody.
Josh from Frantic Society. What comedy, movie, or TV show do you enjoy the most?
Well, that's just Dumb and Dumber.
Is it?
If that's Seabass there in the corner.
Yeah, it is, I guess, for you.
Man, okay, Ryan Rocket Sauce loves Dumb and Dumber 2, so we can quote it when we play Splatoon. It's great.
I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of I would say Seinfeld. I used to really enjoy Seinfeld.
Oh, best TV comedy. Oh, or It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, It's Always Sunny is also quite good.
Yeah, both of those.
As far as movies go, I can't think of one recently, or I don't know. I can't think of one that really stands out as something I loved. I'm gonna have to say pass. I'll think about it and get back to you.
All right, you pulling at me? Wow.
Sorry.
That's the guy I answered.
5 Game Suicide asks, do you think this constant need for an open world game is an excuse to allow devs to be lazy when it comes to storytelling?
Ooh. I definitely prefer a tight, controlled story as opposed to open world.
I do as well. I would be hesitant to say that it makes them lazy, because I imagine it's probably similarly difficult to create a giant open world and have it all tied together.
What comes to mind when he says this to you? What comes to mind?
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh my goodness! Really?
Yep.
I can't even touch on that. But everybody
Assassin's
loves that.
Creed.
My goodness!
These
really?
are big open worlds, and the stories. There is story there.
I heard
but
the GTA
I
5 story is good.
Okay, well,
I don't know if that's true.
those just come to my. Those are off the top of my head.
Okay, that makes sense.
The Skyrim story I found to be weak.
Oh God, yeah, good call.
So I do think, I do think a lot of open world games have weak stories. I don't know if it's necessary. I think it might just be the devs trying to play to their strengths.
Well, let's just slow down a bit here and let's talk about Zelda. What do you think of that story?
That's a massive open world game with very little actual story. I agree. Yeah,
I guess you could say that for most Zelda games.
I wouldn't say that Nintendo was lazy going that route though, because of the amount of work that clearly went into that game.
Okay, all right. Yeah, no, that makes sense. What about Xenoblade Chronicles X? What do you think of that? Do you think that the compromise story for in comparison to Xenoblade Chronicles?
It was so big I never finished it.
So do you think that because Xenoblade Chronicles, great story, also an big open game.
Yeah.
Do you think they compromised that going to X?
I think they
Made it too
tried.
big?
They shot for the moon and they missed.
Too big for their britches?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, so yeah, there's definitely some validity to what he's saying, though.
Yeah. And last but not least, we have Jared again. You owned a Switch for a while. Is there anything the system does that you wish it didn't? Any weaknesses?
Anything that it doesn't do that you wish it did, I think is
Right.
good, yeah.
Or is it the perfect portable system for Nintendo?
Ooh, good questions.
I would like built-in voice chat, but
Oh my God, yes. Why doesn't it have
I
that?
understand. I think I understand why it doesn't have it. I suspect it has to do with battery life when in portable mode. A lot of times we say I should just be able to connect it while I'm sitting at home playing, but you have to think that Nintendo has designed this system to be fully functional in both portable mode and handheld mode.
Yes, I wish. You know what though? I'm surprised how much I enjoy Discord.
Yeah,
I love Discord.
but that is one thing I wish it did. Something it does great is the time it takes to go into sleep mode, come out of sleep mode, and be into a game is
I know
less than 5 seconds.
something else that you wish it did, and that's all physical games could also be played digitally.
I wish that was everything.
If it came with a digital copy that you had to put your cartridge in, we'll say once a month, can make you happy. It should be once a week though. Then that would make your life so much happier.
There are some missteps it has. Its Wi-Fi connection is weak for some people.
Weak ass Wi-Fi connection. That is probably the biggest weakness
That's a
for
problem.
me.
It has a lot of strengths though. You cannot understate the portability. As somebody who plays games at work and at home, and to be able to take and go from both, and having the ability now to. I feed my dogs in the basement. I take my Switch down with me when I feed them. Colleen wants to watch TV. I pull the Switch out. I'm playing, local. I could throw it back in if she says, "Hey, let's play some Splatoon." Like that ability as a family person or a professional. The Switch is ideal. It really is.
Let me ask you a question now. You've had this for a few months. Would you still classify this as a home console that could be played portable, or would you classify this as a portable that could be played on a dock?
I don't know that. I don't differentiate between the two really, because I don't differentiate between the two. My 3DS is a portable console, but I play it in my house as much as I play it at work.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just can't play it on the TV.
It's funny. I've only played portable mode, and I still consider it a home console.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. There are some missteps, like we said. The not having built-in voice chat. I suspect I know why we don't have that, and I can accept it. Discord serves the purpose. Mm-hmm. PC gamers use Discord. They don't cry and complain because they can't have built-in voice chat with all of their games.
Oh my!
So if it's good enough for the master race, it could be good enough for us.
The beautiful part about Discord is that people who aren't playing your game, people who don't own a Switch, can also
jump
chat
in
with
and
you.
chat. Yeah,
I love it.
They can do that. They can do that with Xbox Live chat as well, and I suspect probably PS4.
Wait, you can chat with people on Xbox Live without an Xbox?
No, they have to have an Xbox.
You do not need to have a Switch to chat with us on Discord.
That's true.
That's my point.
Yeah,
I think that's great. Is that for answers?
That's it.
Because I have one more thing to say.
Okay.
Just want to do a quick shout out to our boy Donnie, the Donovan Viper. He's taking a little hiatus off Twitter, taking some time to himself. Just want to say, hey, buddy, we love you. He's also been recording his what's been going on with him, so you can read his blog. He's got a new blog up right now.
Yeah. There is one more thing.
Yeah.
So we try to send out a birthday tweet for everybody in the club when they have birthdays. We don't know everybody's birthday, though. We don't have them all listed. If you haven't signed up for the forums, or we might have missed it. There was 2 birthdays last week that we missed. One of them was Rocket Sauce.
Oh my God, Rime, we love you, buddy.
And on the same day was Matt, AD Defense.
Oh my God, Matt, we love you too, dude.
Happy birthday to both of you.
Oh my gosh.
Ryan, you're one step closer to actually being able to use that seniors card legit. So I am sorry we missed those. And Donnie, I do echo my brother's statements. We love you, buddy. Take as much time as you need. We'll be here when you get back.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
I'm Player 1.
I am Player 2.
CC Unite.
My birthday's coming up. Am I going to get a tweet?